Hi, everyone. We're going to take a look at your outcome S.7.2.1 assessment first. So remember, your first 4 questions asked you to identify cell, nucleus, DNA, and amino acid. So make sure if you need to retake your test, you study up on those. The next 3 questions had to do with chromosome, gene, and homologous pair. So if you have questions about those, make sure you study or ask me. Remember, you had to match chromosomes. This was where I gave you the pro tip about keeping a piece of paper handy so that you could write down the numbers as you use them. So hopefully you identified those correctly. If you didn't, make sure you're working on some activities having to do with matching chromosomes. So let's take a look at 7.2.2. And in your 7.2.2 assessment, you were asked to identify genetic disorders. So you were looking at pictures of karyotypes and identifying what was wrong with those karyotypes based on what you saw. That's where you would go back and practice patients A, B, and C if that was something you did not understand. In the middle here, we had 3 questions about insertion, deletion, and substitution mutations. So make sure that you understand those if that's something you want to retake. You had a matching question here for some mRNA sequences. Remember, mRNA, we take out the A, we replace it with a U. So C goes with G, A goes with U, T goes with A. We had some questions here about reading your amino acid table. So AUC, AUC would have given me isoleucine. We'll scroll down there. And then the very last question asked you about an insertion mutation. Nitrogen-based adenine was inserted at the 6th location, and I was asking you to identify why that was incorrect. Why was that mutated DNA not the correct strand of DNA? And I wanted you to rewrite that code so that it was correct. So one key clue there is that is a frame shift mutation. So we would see the code shifting. That's all I'm going to tell you. Within today's assignment in Canvas, you also have your reflection piece for the assessment. So you'll be asked your team, your cohort, your name. You'll be asked to rate your Google Drive, what you did for learning activities, what your score was. Keep in mind, I only want the score of the assessment you would like to retake, so 7.2.1 or 7.2.2. Things you need to practice, and then down here you'll be marking whether you're going to retake 7.2.1 or 7.2.2. You can retake both. You'll just have to fill out the form 2 times. So within each reteaching, you will have a reteaching worksheet that you will need to complete and submit screenshots of. You'll also have a quizzes game. That quizzes game is 38 questions long, and you'll have to achieve at least an 85% on that quizzes game in order to have an opportunity to retake. One additional thing, in order to have your opportunity to retake either of your assessments, you will have to have all of your homework finished. So that would be genetic vocab screenshots, that would be your ed puzzle, that would be making and building your DNA, and that would be analyzing karyotypes. All of those need to be complete in order to have an opportunity to retake.